Welcome. We're here on video.
On video.
Studio.
Impressive.
Andrew Erickson is with me. Travis Sawchik. Rob Beertemple may join us on the phone later.
Cool.
And we're here for another Pirates podcast. And this one feels a little different because this has been a season of streaks and swings.
Right.
But they just wrapped up 10-game homestand. They go 2-8. They are outscored by 29 runs.
And we saw that they allowed 8 or more runs in 5 of those games, which generally speaking will not win you a whole lot of ball games. And found that out this past home season, like you mentioned, 2-8. And now you start counting back from 90 wins, and it just feels like at this point the numbers are too large for the Pirates to overcome this one.
Right, yeah. It feels like it's over.
Right.
And many people have thought the season was over about 20 different times this year.
Absolutely.
They always manage a way to kind of claw back into this wild card race, which is a little bit of a product of a made-for-television one-game play-in, and half the NL's rebuilding anyway. But nonetheless, they managed to claw away. But now it feels like they're out. It feels like, I don't want to say that. Who knows? When people say a team quits, I think that's hard to quantify or know for sure. But the word I used in my game story yesterday was a listless effort.
Yeah, kind of lacking direction, not really having a whole lot of energy. I think that's how you would describe it. And not that it really means a whole lot because it's been out of reach for a while, but yesterday with the Cubs victory, the Cubs clinched the NL Central. The Pirates, 21 games back, officially do not have a chance to be the National League Central champions. So, I think there are some positives probably to look at toward the end of the season. You have some young pitchers who maybe could finish out with strong seasons. Ivan Nova's pitching well, but for the most part, like you said, it has a feeling like things are over.
Right, and some of these games coming up could have a spring training-like feel.
Right.
As we saw in the later innings yesterday when Tyler Glasnow comes in, Andrew McCutchen exits. So, yeah, this was not the season the Pirates wanted to have by any means, and we're going to go through and go down the list of what happened, I'm sure, today. But one of the things that struck me yesterday was kind of emblematic of this year is McCutchen's struggles on defense in that second inning. He misplays the ball that goes between his legs, single turned into and a two-base error, which allows the run to score. And then with runners on second and third, Holt hits that line drive into right center field gap. McCutchen takes a good route to it, tries to fully extend and dive to get it, comes up short, 2 more runs scoring a triple, and then McCutchen's on his belly, slowly lifts himself up, watches Josh Bell go run and get the ball, throws it back in the infield, 2 more runs scored. It's 4-0. It's the second inning. The Reds go on to score 5, and
that was really the kill shot of that game, too. I mean, that second inning really was what kind of opened things up, and it felt like from that point the energy was that was when the listlessness set in, so to speak.
Right. And it was a star in decline, McCutchen, who's lost a step this year by any way to measure his speed. Maybe he gets to that ball a year or two ago.
Right.
A team in decline. And it just felt like at that point the game was over, season was over, and we can, you can debate about whether Vogelsong should have hit in the bottom of the inning, the bases loaded, 1 out, and all the. But I thought it was emblematic of where this year's been, and to me it starts with the core. If you want to look, last year McCutchen, Cole, Liriano, Marte, Gong combined for I think 26.1. 26 wins above replacement. This year, the same 5 guys, 10. That's a 16.
Yeah. It's not great.
Maybe it's not a perfect way to measure it, but I think it's pretty telling. That's a 16-win decline. And if you subtract 16 wins from 98 wins, you have a 82-win team. So